Right now, there is an intruder living inside your head. It speaks with your voice. It wears your clothes. It answers to your name. And rest of all, it has convinced you that it is you. This is the ultimate hijack identity. And for most of human history, it has operated completely in the shadows. Think about how much energy you have spent trying to satisfy it, feeding it with status, feeding it validation, feeding it money, titles, and applause. But no matter what you give it, it is never enough because you are trying to fill a bottomless pit. Most people spend their entire lives as a hostage to this silent dictator, never realizing they hold the keys to their own cell. Today we aren't just going to expose this imposter. We are going to use Haitian blueprint to strip off its power, dismantle its control, and turn this prison guard into your most devoted servant. Let's step behind the curtain. To understand the ego, we must look at the hidden blueprint in the scripture. Let us go to the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 24. Jesus says to his disciples, "If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." The church tells you this means you must suffer or join a religion. That is a mistake. Look at the word deny. In the original Greek text, it means to disown, to completely disconnect your identity from something. And what are you disowning? Himself, the false self, the ego. Now let us decode the cross. The cross is not just a historical piece of wood. It is a geometric symbol. The vertical bar represents spirit, the descending light of God. The horizontal bar represents matter, the physical earth plane. Where they intersect is the human heart. The cross is the physical body. So when the scripture says to take up your cross, it means you must crucify the lower animal nature. You must nail the ego to the physical domain so that the spirit can rise. You cannot enter higher state of awareness as John or Mary or the author. You must die to the label to wake up to the spirit. The sages of ancient Egypt understood this battle perfectly. They mapped it out in the story of Osiris and Set. Osiris represents your higher consciousness, the divine immortal spark within you. Set represents the ego. He is the god of chaos, division, and isolation. What does Set do to Osiris in the myth? He cut him into 14 separate pieces and scatters him across the land. This is exactly what the ego does to you. It shatters your mind into pieces. It makes you look at another human being and see an enemy instead of a brother. It creates the illusion of separation. The journey of spiritual growth is the journey of Isis, who represents divine intuition. She gathers all the scattered pieces and makes Osiris whole again. When you conquer the ego, you are doing Kemetic alchemy. You are gathering your scattered energy and returning to Ma'at, universal balance. This brings us to the Hermetic law that changes how you view your mind forever. The principle of polarity. The Kabbalion states, everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. The ego and the spirit are not two different monsters. They are the two opposite poles of the same thing, your mind. On the lowest pole, you have the ego. It is heavy. It operates on fear, survival, and pride. On the highest pole, you have the spirit. It is light. It operates on love, unity, and absolute truth. Your job is not to destroy the ego. You cannot kill the lower pole while living in the physical body. If you try to kill it, it just hides in the dark. Your job is to raise your vibration along the scale. You slide the mental needle away from fear and toward awareness. When you do this, the ego stops being your master. It becomes your instrument. It becomes the glove your hands wears to operate in this material world. So how do we practice this right now? Here is your dense practical tool for today. It is called the sentence audit. For the next 24 hours, I want you to watch how you speak to yourself. Every time you say the words "I am," stop and listen to what follows. If you say "I am broke," "I am angry," "I am better than them," stop. That is self speaking. That is the ego. Instantly change the polarity of the statement. Do not identify with the state. Say this instead: I am observing a feeling of lack. but I am the spirit that flows through it. You are separating the good from the dross. You are taking the power away from the imposter and giving it back to the king inside you. The ego wants you to think you are small so it can protect you. The spirit knows you are infinite because you are connected to the source. Choose who you will serve today. If this deep dive open your eyes, leave a comment below with the words I am. Let me know you are logged in. Like, subscribe, and share this flame. Keep your fire burning. Until next time, stay timeless.